The Beef and Barnzy Show, brought to you by Bowlersmart.com, trusted by bowlers around the world since 2004. By Lightning Strikes Bowl, home of Bowlers Mart Pro Shop. By Platinum Ford, drive the difference. By Fire Lake Bowling Center, 24 state-of-the-art lanes. By True Grit Coatings, drive on our passion. By Road to Grit, king of them all. By 900 Global, striking worldwide.
Welcome back to the Beef and Barnzy Show. I'm, of course, Barnzy, and I am not joined by the inimitable Beef Stew. He is on his way to the RPI, and so I know I can't carry a show on my own, so I brought in what's better than one? Two. All the way from Taiwan.
Hello. Can't hear you.
Weird.
I can't hear you.
Check your settings. Okay. Well.
Hello? I think you're muted.
I can hear you. I can hear you. So. But. Yep. World Series of Bowling.
I can't hear him. I don't know why.
In Minneapolis. But he's going to go out and come back in. All right. Check those mouse settings. Yeah, you got to work. You know, I'm telling you, they think it's all me, that I am the problem. So, but if you get a phone call and you're on your phone at all, it will mess with the settings. That is one of the tricks here. Glenn, thanks so much for the super chat. Well, while we're waiting for him to get in, I don't think we should wait any longer. Let's bring in the real entertainment for this show. And hey, and so Barnzy Squared's back, and now we're going to bring in the real entertainment for this show. Two-time PBA titleist, two-time Team USA member, and a large, I don't know, maybe all of the contributor to the House Bowling YouTube channel.
Heyo.
O'Hanrahan.
If you're wondering, I can hear you and could hear you the whole time.
I must have done something on my phone. Sorry.
You definitely did, because you just popped back in and were like, I can't hear you. And I was like, it's good on my end.
Yeah. It does happen if you get a call or something like that sometimes, that it does kind of make you. So, yeah, we're paying him the big bucks. It is midnight in Taiwan, and he spent today traversing.
You guys know how important Beef and Barnzy is to me.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that's the truth or not. Nick, I don't know. The World Series of Bowling was announced literally this morning on Facebook. And it is at the same time. Two different centers, but the regular tour and the 50 tour will be bowling concurrently. And so, yeah, probably get to choose.
Oh, I learned that at the same time they did today.
Yeah, right? Well,
I found that out right now, and I read it too.
Yeah, we got an email last night, which you were out and about, I believe. And so, yeah.
Gross, a lefty. You.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go for your big win.
The
W.
Who's at the RPI? He did. He just missed on both money and points of being in the top 40, and so he was eligible this year. Thanks, Adam. It was fun riding a left-hander. All his strikes wore off on me eventually. I helped him out a little bit on Sunday. Good showing at the Worlds. Well,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let's just lead into that. How was the World Championships?
Purple.
It
was pretty purple.
It was very purple.
Not a lot of gold, a lot of purple.
Just now, to be fair, you had one.
Great for me. I bowled well.
Singles went all right.
Average
mulled them
250 in the match play.
Yeah. Yeah. The singles was the only one where you bowled sort of a real format. You bowled 6 games of qualifying, made it to the top 32.
32.
Right?
Yeah.
Top 32. And then you bowled,
Yeah.
no, 28. I'm sorry. Top 28.
32.
There's 32.
4
32.
pods of 8.
4 pods of 8. And then you bowled round robin against the other 7 guys. No position round. Points for wins. Pins didn't matter. And, I mean, Jesper probably got it worst of all. He was 70 pins ahead of everyone and then lost his first 2 matches. And you were in the same pod with him, right?
Yeah, I averaged over the whole time. I averaged 249, finished third. He averaged 232, was the second highest average in the pod, finished fourth.
Yeah, and that's
the 2 guys that duked it out for the win were both in like the high 220s.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the format. Hey, you bowl with the format, and sometimes it works out for you, and sometimes it works against you.
Yeah, on the other side of it, Ryan probably took advantage of it a little bit, qualified in the middle. And it did not. I mean, this thing's set up off the World Cup soccer format is the idea behind it. I mean, like it, whatever, but it, you were able to take advantage of it. You ended up in a little bit weaker pod, although I think the left was pretty good and the lefties were really strong early. And then at the end, they had one pair they didn't like that they kept losing on. And then,
Yeah. Had to move their feet on that pair. It was rough.
Becky, have you thrown the Crown 78?
I did. We got a video coming out today, 4 p.m., 4:30
All right.
Central. Yeah, I threw it in league. Made urethane in league. Why not, right? Why not? I'm straight off the plane from throwing urethane for 3 straight weeks and to it in league.
More.
I am urethane. That's how it felt after the week. Brought 2 reactive balls, and then I left them in the bag just for funsies.
Yeah, it sounds like with only 3 of them there, you were on the minority of most of the teams. And we are consistently, seemingly surprised from the U.S. that is the case again, that it's 85 to 90%, and that they're bringing 2 and 3 of urethane balls each time. And I guess it's very environmental because in Europe, basically they're using it all the time.
And I think a lot of times, like most of those guys aren't on staff, so they have all of the urethane balls.
Mm-hmm.
They might bring a pitch black and a purple hammer, where all of our guys are, sponsored by companies. So if you're bringing a ball, it's a bunch from the same company, and maybe you just have 1 or 2 that you like way more than the others.
Becky, not a huge fan of the format. I think if we're being fair, I'm not sure that about 97% of the athletes are not a fan of the format.
I thought the singles format was fine because you bowled enough games.
Right.
Yeah, you get both ends of the stick, right? Like Ryan makes it out not averaging as much. I average more and don't make it out. Like that happened to me in the World Cup at the beginning of the year. I averaged in the middle portion of my pod and got the lucky bracket draw to bowl against some guys who, weren't bowling well, but had a good match play record. So, I did the same thing as Ryan, took advantage of the situation, won a bronze medal, and then this time around bowled really well and, didn't get the luck of the draw. But
I mean, you had what do they call it, the group of death or whatever.
If you bowl enough times, you'll get both. Like if you just go to enough of those events, you'll get the good draw, you'll get the bad draw, and it'll sting sometimes and it'll feel great the others. So
I think the problem is that it is just once a year.
The Baker formats are the tough ones. That's the problem.
Yeah, and so as you go on, you bowl Baker, but instead of bowling the same amount of games in doubles with the same amount of people in the pair, you guys go to the 7-game Baker format.
Essentially, like if you were to match the singles format, when you went to doubles, you should have bowled 12 games. When you went to trios, you should have bowled 18 games. When you went to team, you should have bowled, 30 games or 25 games.
Yeah, and I
try
can
and
even
match it up.
understand bowling a few less, in trios. Doubles, it didn't make any sense. I mean, it takes no more time to bowl the same number of games with the same number of people in the pair.
Yeah.
And then you can go on. And to their credit, the medal round format is probably better than it's been in the past with best of threes.
Yeah.
But, again, it didn't work out for Ryan this time. He won the first game, and then it went the other way. But I think in general that's better. I think doubles would be that. Even trios, if you went to 4 games or 5 games, so from a times perspective, you could fit things in. But you have less teams, so you don't need as many squads either.
And there was a back on that form, still staying on that format thing. The way that they gave away a Masters or an all events medal, and the way that worked out, when you do a fully Baker format, you don't know who bowls well and who doesn't.
No.
I talked with Ryan about it. I was on Ryan's team every time. So because Ryan beat me in singles, there was no situation where I would have been able to beat him for the all events medal, because he would have gotten the bronze in singles. And if we medaled in every event and I was on his team, he beats me.
This is what happens when people that don't know anything about bowling make up their own format, and then oh wait, we need to give out another medal.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been. I think there just should have been another competition. Hey, these are the best bowlers, or these are the guys who fit into, just like the singles, that group of 32 maybe. Let's bowl a couple more games and do a bracket for the Masters or something.
It's a problem with not bowling games is there's no way to even measure it.
Yeah, you don't know
unless you're going to use lane stats or something.
For example,
track score of the Baker games.
That Lucas kid that ended up winning a gold medal in singles was, good for him. He beat Thomas Keiko, and then they bowled on the same team every time. Well, if just because Thomas won silver, he can't win the all events,
right?
Even if he's anchoring the team every time in doubles trios team, even if Lucas ended up not bowling the team event because each country travels with 6, he would still win.
Yeah,
even if he wasn't in the lineup.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
And some of our guys did not medal, did not advance to a round, and so they bowled. I think I counted up 13 games in
2 weeks, 13 games,
in basically a game a day. Which once upon a time that was like a Tuesday practice session.
Yeah,
now we're calling it a world championship. So I don't want to hammer on that for too long, but
I do.
Yeah, that format's awful.
Just not enough games.
Yeah, it's not fitting of a world championship. If that format was a Friday Phonetics, I wouldn't sign up for it. That's kind of how I feel about that.
That's 45 minutes from home.
Yeah, I still wouldn't pay money to bowl in it. So, and you guys bowling the holiday doubles? Obviously, Ryan's a little far away.
Are you bowling? I'm bowling.
I'm not bowling. Somebody reached out actually yesterday, but it's a little bit of a hike from here, actually.
Yeah, how far is that from you? Like 8.5, 9 hours almost?
It's almost 10.
Yeah.
To get there. It's a little bit of a hike. Yeah,
So,
it's a good way to get there. You almost have to go through Wichita. So then
it's a hike for the ultimate shootout.
Yeah.
If you don't average 230, if your team doesn't average 230 plus, you ain't making the cut.
I started seeing all the tour guys go up there, and I saw how many of them didn't cash. It was a pretty good clue.
Yeah.
How good the field is
tonight about it.
Yeah.
Or I was talking with Madison this morning about it, and she was like, "Oh, what time are you going to be home?" And I was like, "Well, the high percentage bet would be early sun, in the middle of it, because they added 2 more squads, and they're going to cut to 40 or 50 teams, and then they cut to 12.
Wow.
So, I mean, when you cut to 12, there's a low chance of you making it from 200 to top 12.
What number slide do you guys use on your shoes?
I think it's a 4 or a 6.
I think each number on backwards from
lineup.
the other. So is that tan or?
Yeah, so mine
red or orange.
It's the white or the.
So a little on the slower side.
Yeah, slower side.
I use a tacky or so. I use a 4. I used to use a 2 for a little while, but brand new, the 2s are death. I mean, honestly, it just depends on the bowling alley. I wouldn't tell you to go and use a certain slide sole. If you use, if you bowl on wood approaches versus synthetic versus it's 90 degrees or 60 degrees, it's all different. Just have a couple of them.
Zygarde says, hello, Packy, Ryan, Chris, been watching you guys bowl for almost a year now, and you guys are my favorite bowlers right now. I assume he's talking about you too. I've been practicing my own bowling as well.
Hey.
Can't wait to see you guys in action in 2026.
Hey.
Let's go.
Chris, what are your 2026 bowling plans?
I'm going to bowl early for sure. And then
I mean, for the first one's in Dallas.
Yeah. The second one is an all match play tournament, which I have to qualify to get into the field. But if I get into the field, then I feel like that's where my strengths would be.
Yeah, break down a lane for yourself.
Yeah, I'm not having to chase the traffic of the hole.
I hope I bowl him.
I do too.
Just play 4 left of him the whole time.
That'd be fine.
I hope you guys bowl each other.
We'll take more of these ball questions on these other balls right now than we normally do, but since we have a guest. But question pack, they just used the new 2.0. That's the gray one, right?
That is the gray one.
Do you like that ball, and when would you use it?
I'm super interested to see if that ball would work, especially with the Masters US Open this year being the no urethane tournaments. I think that's when those will come into play majority. House shots and stuff like that, it seems like it's almost too smooth. It fits kind of the urethane spot of, when would I throw it? Well, I'd hit it with a ton of surface and use it when they're pretty challenging. So that's when I'd use it at least.
I watched Holloman throw it in at the SASBA too a little bit. It reminded me a little bit of the new, which
it's a little, for me, it's a little smoother than the new blue, where like it actually looks more like a urethane than the new blue did, where the new blue was almost like a low end solid reactive ball. We came out with like a Purple Hammer reactive years ago, and the new blue reminded me of that one a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit too responsive to the oil down lane.
Yeah.
And I would agree. It looked like it was a little smoother, and it looked like he could use it a little bit longer. It also didn't confuse me with the other urethane.
No, I think surface is king with both that one and the previous one. The more surface you put on it, the better it's going to look.
We have one vote that if we bowl each other, let it be on the show. So I feel like Ryan's talking too much on the show.
Always.
Yeah, always. Super yapper.
Like golfers, disappointing. Like golfers playing one hole. They were talking about the format. Mr. Dobrowski, how are you? President. Which one? The IBF? Yeah, I'm about 80 proxy votes short of being able to get in that mix. But did the Masters sell out already? By the way, have you entered yet?
Yeah.
Gentlemen. Yep.
The Masters?
Yes. Check your email, my friend, and do it.
Yeah, no, they don't. They sent an email. I responded. I entered. Don't worry.
Okay.
You have to, I think you have to pay before like 5 p.m. today.
Yeah.
I paid like 3 years ago whenever I got the email for the first time.
You're not notified. Okay.
I paid and sent an email saying, hey, just making sure I did enter, correct?
Yeah.
The double check.
I did the same thing.
Well, let's just jump right into married life. Let's see how uncomfortable we can make Ryan right now.
It'll make me uncomfortable.
Yeah, any prospects on the horizon?
Prospects.
No.
Okay.
Ryan, you don't have anything to tell him?
Breaking news.
Nope.
All right.
Done.
Off topic.
Yeah.
This was actually a pretty cool thing. It's actually a very cool thing. Kevin Williams did a song, made an original song for your wedding.
Yeah, it was super cool. He did release it too. He released it on the wedding day as well. So you can find it Apple Music. It's just under his literally most recent song.
Banger.
Banger. It'll make you cry. Or just me. But
Yes.
It was an awesome. Yeah.
Yes.
Question for Ryan. What are your thoughts on the next factor? surely a vid when you're coming back.
Yeah, video.
2 more weeks.
I'm back the 19th.
Sneaking up.
Yeah, I only threw it once or twice before I left, but and I did it on the 45-foot pattern. Surprisingly good for like a super clean ball and super clean responsive ball. I generally don't love those balls, but yeah.
I don't know who ducks more, Ryan or Sean Ryan.
Depends on the situation.
That's my guy.
Does anybody know what this PBA
Yeah, you guys
schedule
just-
is yet? Literally everyone. It's on the PBA site.
Yeah, go on PBA.com.
Yep. But to be fair, that was only announced 2 days ago, and then the World Series yesterday or this morning. So
Yes.
it's PBA is going to have a TV show this year. They are indeed. I don't know about the finals. I don't know exactly the details, but my understanding is for the patterns, for at least like 3 of the patterns. But the PBA Fish is going to get some CBS sports
Getting-
shows.
Every animal pattern is televised.
I'll be curious what some of the guys who, are eligible like you for both will do. Because if both the World Series are happening at the same time and there's TV shows for both, right?
Yeah, of course. There's
Yeah.
for the big tour. Doherty and myself, I think, are the only 2 that are planning on.
Considering.
Yeah, I mean, Doherty's got priority entry all the way through. Actually, I guess it's 75 this year, so both of us are the only 2, I believe. I don't think maybe Hess did. I'm not sure, but I don't think he's planning on bowling. And Walter's hurt right now. Pete Parker have stopped participating regularly, so it's really down to a couple of guys. I mean, the other guy that should probably consider it is JJ, but
Tom Hess is outside the 75 number.
who is he? Oh, I don't know. For the World Series, that may not matter. So
True.
Your mom's coming in to save you. That must have been about the GF questions. So
There's always
Whatever.
questions.
Whatever. And they wonder why I don't talk.
the IBF World Championship site's difficult to use. How'd it go? Yeah, it wasn't great. And it wasn't great.
It went about
girls
as good as
brought-
their website looks. Let's just put it that way.
It went good for the girls. The girls brought home a team gold. It's good.
And the team all events gold. Shannon bowled well. She was like all events still. Girls got on the podium for trios. One of them doubles. Yeah, they got on the podium a couple times, and they saved the best one for last.
The question for Packy and Ryan: did you try any pin it down layouts recently?
The Eric
Do you
Jones
mind
layout.
the pin down layouts for you look like my pin up layout?
The Eric Jones layout. The
I
actual
have
pin
not.
down layout.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the actual pin down layout. I've seen a couple people try it. Looks kind of cool. I don't know.
The only thing with the pin down layout is, which like for Brian, myself, guys on tour, usually it would be fine. I would just be heavily against it for a lot of amateurs because a lot of times it changes where the ball flares and it'll thump your fingers every single time it goes down the lane.
Yeah, if you're close
So
to the
before you do it, make sure you
You
check
re-
if or just throw the pin barely above your fingers, which is our equivalent of pin down.
Yeah, that's what I generally do.
Wow, here we go.
Oh my God.
Good and the great. Here we are.
Is he trying out this year?
Simo, what do you think was the
Simo.
reason for an unsuccessful Team USA men's trip? Does that mean, Simo, are you going to go to team trials this year?
That would be sick.
That
There's
would
no
be
way
an
though.
ad.
He
I need Simon to show
wouldn't.
trials
He
with that-
wouldn't
with that
dare.
grenade.
He wouldn't dare.
There's an argument to be made that perhaps 3 of our better players don't attempt. And that's not taken away because you guys have a very talented team. But no EJ, no Simo, no Troop. I don't really know.
Unsuccessful. Can we answer the question?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm waiting.
Do you want me to
Well,
answer it?
yeah,
I'm
go
on
ahead.
brand. I'll answer it. Purple.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think it was the majority of format and the toss up of the format As far as singles goes, you get practice, but it's all over the house shot.
He'll be there because he lives in Vegas, not because he's
Yeah, he'll be there. He's not bowling.
Bowl.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
yeah. From the cheap seats, the 5 right-handers not having a purple hammer.
Yeah, you just don't get enough games to figure it out, really.
Yeah,
If you don't have it on the fresh, then
Doesn't mean, yeah. Well, if it's a Gold Coast. If you want to get there now, there might be a chance.
I think why it didn't go well. The best way to describe it was when we bowled that, like where we were bowling trios with Denmark, and then we flipped lanes. Me, you, and Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we were bowling, and Ryan and Andrew. Ryan threw a good first shot, or was it Andrew washed out? Then like we bowled a decent game, then we flipped lanes. Andrew throws the shot the exact same he threw his last one on the left lane, washes out on the right lane. Then Ryan steps up, moves like 5 to the right, still two pins or 2 8-10s or something.
Or 2 4 5 or
2 4
whatever.
5, like something weird like light. And Denmark rattles off the front 6, not moving their feet. Like they just had the same look on every pair because like the way that the purple hammer makes the ball better for itself and worse for all the other balls is unbelievable.
Yeah.
How many boards they can cross and still get it to look the same through the pins no matter what is a huge advantage. And then when you're standing a little right of it, it just makes your ball do all sorts of crazy things.
And mostly they are also way better at throwing urethane than we are.
They got the urethane pants, they got the little loft, the little
grab,
the grab, the float, whatever it
product of your environment kind of thing, where because you see it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just don't see it very much over here.
Not like that. Yeah.
Not to that extreme.
Not for 6 straight games, no matter if it's 47 feet or 37 feet.
And that's probably the difference. Tour, I think the take is we bowl until it's 44 feet and then everybody throws reactive.
Yeah.
There.
2 games and done. 3 games and done.
Yeah. I think Simo in red, white, and blue would be a good look for you guys.
Simo.
Team Simo is kind of a glue guy. So I like the idea.
Yeah. I think we're all in the la la land of dreams and hoping that he tries out.
Fancy pants bowler.
Just no way.
Ranks the following of least fun to bowl with: redliner, the guy always saying good shot, the guy that won't shut up, and the guy in the crazy pants.
What's redliner?
I thought maybe you guys would know. I don't know.
The red leader, maybe? Bottom of the scoreboard?
Red leader. Okay. Yeah.
Guy who's in last. The guy who always says good shot. I am the guy who always says good shot. So
least fun.
And that's pretty annoying. So
is definitely the guy that won't shut up, because the guy always saying good shot could also be the red leader.
Probably.
Yeah, simply. Yeah, red leader. So I don't mind the good shot. We have a few guys that have a phrase on the 50 tour, and we just take count. It just becomes a game. Get this one, get yours, get yours.
You guys are mean.
It's not me. I don't do that. I don't pay attention.
Old and crabby. Yeah. You don't pay attention to anybody. That's even worse. Wow.
Did Ryan tell you what I did to him down in Hong Kong, just completely in my own world? I high five him. I go, all right.
Oh my God.
I go, all right, Ryan, just like that last one. He looks at me and he goes, just like that last one. I 2-4-5'd on the last one. I was like, a couple shots ago, I guess. I don't know. I was just
He kept saying it. Even in doubles.
You were bowling well. I just assumed.
I would miss 2 left and trip a 4-pin, and he's like, just like that last one. I'm like,
yeah, do it again.
So that last one was awful.
Struck though.
Yeah.
The pants don't bother me. The red leader, you can live with. It's only get up and bowl. But if they're the guy that won't shut up,
oof.
And you're on the approach, and they're
hitting with the Tony. What are we doing here?
Yeah. I'd say that's my vote.
Yeah, I would say the guy that doesn't shut up.
This is an interesting question given what just happened last week. What balls do you like for the 47-foot shark?
My black hammer.
Pitch black.
My black hammer from 13 to 10.
Okay, now in the U.S.
My black hammer.
Okay.
Pitch black. What's
Red ball, Ryan.
is he-
Red ball. PBA Tour, red ball.
You
Yeah,
can't.
red ball.
You can't use it.
Well, good luck. I add Optima Idle Solid. RST Hyperdrive. Physics Blackout.
All right.
Those are my balls.
I've thrown urethane every time I've bowled on shark after thinking that it definitely wasn't going to be the answer.
And then just
Safe.
I watched Ryan's two-handed how-to video. How would you approach teaching two-handers to a senior bowler? My age, basically. Or should I purge all dreams about being two-handed?
Purge all dreams. Yeah, take 2 weeks off and quit. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
I'm kidding. It's
There's
late
not a lot
here,
of
guys.
sensitive people in our chat.
It's approaching 1 a.m.
We
Yeah,
have
Stu
smart fans,
says
and they're thick-skinned. So
Stu says way worse.
Oh,
No, I think you can definitely still do it. It's just you gotta have fun with it, and not be able to go through the growing pains of two hands, because it's definitely a different movement than one.
yeah, I think it depends on flexibility. It's probably the biggest detractor. Like what stops me is one, I've bowled, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of games one-handed. So getting your body to move differently is not. But Walter can do it, and Walter's 65, which is so it's possible.
It is possible.
Your legs have to be good. And really, the approaches are they are what they are. Would you suggest like one step type stuff or anything like that at the beginning?
I'm not really a one-step guy. I'm a
I'm not
go
either.
and mess around and take some video and see where it's at and then adjust guy.
But it's a little different when you started at 18 versus starting.
Two-handed bowling is so hard to try the one-step thing with the timing.
Mm-hmm.
Just because your other arm has to come with you, so it makes it real uncomfortable. I'm definitely a big take 20 really small steps and just figure out how it's supposed to like work with the swing in your last step. Start at the back of the approach and take as many slow and small steps as you can to try and figure it out.
I think that's a good tip.
Definitely don't go full speed first try.
Full speed first try.
At 57? No.
I'm just kidding.
Maybe for the 18-year-old Ryan Barnes.
Get yours is only appropriate at the buffet line.
That's fair.
I'm not telling you good shot anymore, says Paul.
Look what you did.
Appreciate the honesty. Could you teach me?
What a good-looking family that is.
Absolutely.
I'd drag it down.
Except that kid on the right.
Henderson says you can't be fat and out of shape like me. Who's the kid on the right?
It was Ryan.
It was me. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
That's an old one there.
I'm not in love with that picture. We can move that. Move on.
You're hidden in that thing.
I thought that was a good pick.
Yeah, you're like 10 in that pick.
It's embarrassing. You guys are hurting his chances of having a girl.
Next question. I spent too much time with Packy, guys. This is not good.
Bend the elbow or extended arm.
Online.
What was that?
Ryan, I said I'm screenshotting that pic and posting it online. Linda, send it. Bend the elbow or extended arm for two-handed. Ryan, you're straight, right? You're straight arm?
I'm a straight armor.
I'm a bent guy. So Troops straight, Belmo's bent, Simo's very close to straight, but a little bit bent.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own way.
What do you think of the characteristics that follow each? What do straight straight armors do that bended elbow guys don't.
Usually, straight armors got more ball speed just from a like sample size of who throws it hard versus, who doesn't. Like Belmo doesn't throw it as hard as Troop or Ryan, but I don't know that is the answer to trying to throw it harder. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that would be my take by watching. Just taking the collection of 30 guys on tour, and there's a few anomalies. Like Wesley's a big bended elbow guy that throws it hard, but
throws it. Foy's got a straight arm. He throws it kind of between like medium to slow speed.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the pure athletes throw it harder.
You know what I'm saying?
Is two-handed more physically demanded than one-handed?
No.
It's an interesting take.
Yes.
That wrist,
you did both.
I think that wrist movement's another. That whole. Depends what level we're trying to get to. Are we trying to get to 500 rev rate? Or are we trying to get to?
Yeah, let's just say for the tour, because you guys bowl the most games. I mean, you never bowled 100 games a week with your thumb in it, I guess, but you did bowl with your thumb in it for a while. I don't know when you grasp on the two-hand.
Right away. I've never bowled with my thumb in it. I threw a straight ball down the middle for 105 average for my high school freshman year, and then went to two fingers, and then went to two-handed. So, but I would say it's just different physically demanding. It's not more or less. It's just more physically demanding on different parts of your body. Like you can't be out of shape and be an amazing two-hander.
It's tough. Your legs definitely get tired.
Like you have to have pretty strong legs, pretty good core. Like you have to take care of yourself a little better. With that being said, it's not as easy to throw it hard two-handed as it is one-handed. There's just different things going on. Eric Jones.
Coming in clutch. Chop this up and get yourself something pretty.
Eric with the 199 dono.
Man, that must have been
great.
That must have been a percentage of his check from last weekend when he missed the match play that Mason led.
Wow.
Why so brutal?
When is Ryan going to be on another house episode?
On Monday, we have a huge episode dropping, and Chris is going to be on it. Come on.
Oh.
Our ITRC. Our ITRC.
Oh, the banger video.
Hopefully.
This video better go viral.
I hope so.
Question for Packy. Who are the official members of the house?
All of them. Whoever wants to be.
Yeah.
Get them all in.
So how does that all work? So you're the house bowling, part of the house, and I think people thought that was either Brad or Kyle, or it was Darren.
It was just like the group of guys that we were staying with, and then we went into the off season, and nobody wanted to do it, and I was like, I'll just do it. Like I'll just take over. So
it became your brand.
Well, yeah, and really, I was like, okay, like if you guys want to do ball videos, like please, I'll do Brunswick ball videos. Nick Pate did a couple, Mikey Tang did a couple. Like there was a bunch of guys chipping in, and guys still chip in, but now with the level that it's at, it's like if they're chipping in, it's like, hey, I'm gonna need you to either come to me or have the correct equipment. So like Kevin and Bug do it the most. Ryan's been on a bunch. Like when we're on tour, it's whoever we're staying with. It's really, out of our friends, whoever wants to help out is more than welcome to come on, help out, and, get paid to do it.
And that's nice that you're actually got to a level to where that's it's not just a helping you out, bro thing.
Yeah. It's like, hey, like you send me a video, let me pay you some money to help out.
So speaking of one of the greats here, and let me get this.
Ooh, legend.
Yeah. Frank Buffa, famed Canadian distributor, coach. He's done everything. So always enjoyed listening to you guys. My question is, how do we bring his opinion was the World Championships were just a joke?
What a rabbit hole question that is.
I'm gonna take the comment down so I can see Packy. But go ahead. What's your take? You just spent a couple of weeks and you have to get more time than
You
you
want
want.
me?
Sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
get him.
no. I don't know what I can and can't say. This is not good. Gosh. I don't want to. No, I don't want to. I don't want to. Next. Becky, go ahead. I don't want to get banned.
Banned from.
I think longer formats where you maybe don't, bowl the 6 games in Rio, so the lanes change drastically throughout. But honestly, how do you bring the skill back into bowling? You just pray. No, it's right now it's just different skill. Like when you go there was just a different skill that all of those guys had.
Well, I think what he's alluding to is that there's been a push internationally, even, and federations are banning urethane from especially their youth trials, because they feel like their youth guys are not developing a complete skill set. They do have. It is very much a skill to be able to throw urethane and do that. Korea showed us that 20 years ago, 15 years ago. But do you agree with that? There's a need to learn to bowl without it.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a need to learn to bowl without it, and I think there's ways to do that without just banning it. Like, for example, the Masters, the last like 2 or 3 years, if you tried to throw urethane, you did not make the cut. Like it was as simple as that. Like there's ways, and Nick Hoagland's done an amazing job creating a bunch of patterns where urethane not only like isn't the answer, but like is clearly not the ball to throw. Like there's been a couple of those patterns at the US Open. There's been the Masters every year for the last 2 or 3 years now has like, hey, if you want to go ahead and use it, you can find yourself in 140th place bowling very well.
And it's interesting because Nick seems to have a path to it. They are very unique.
Oh, for sure.
Kind of tricked up patterns.
They look crazy and people joke about them,
but they do take away some of
the lefties throwing reactive balls, and all they do all year long is throw urethane. It's pretty good, tip of the cap to you for creating a pattern where we all have to do something clearly different.
Right.
So I don't know if it's pattern related or skill development at a younger age related. A lot of times nowadays they just let them throw the urethane and leave
rabbit hole.
Yeah, it's a very theoretical discussion, and as part of the players committee, we've been parts of these discussions of, do we need to address that issue? Is how soft is too soft? Is that a real thing? There's people that say it's not. There's the eyeball test does tell you that 30-year-old technology is somehow better than every single ball made in the last 30 years. That there's something different. Now, is that a problem, or does it fall within that guideline of softness that it actually does matter?
So here's my question to Frank Buffa.
Okay.
If we are resorting to 30-year-old skills, when was their skill bowling?
Oh.
Yeah, the one thing about urethane 30 years ago,
late 90s to early 2000s, like was that the era of skilled bowling? Because before that it was urethane, before that it was plastic, before that it was rubber.
It's an interesting thing because as I understand it, with lacquer, you basically couldn't hook it. Like the shellac and it created a trough, and you had to stay in the trough. So guys that hooked it actually were not. That's when full rollers, the figure 8 swing, all that kind of thing was very much a thing. And then the different coatings came out, and Frank has a much better, walk through that life a little more than me. So most of mine is from stories. With plastic, largely, that's the Marshall Holman, Mark Ross. So Rev Rate apparently did play a big part in who was the best players. Urethane, a little bit more of the same. Mostly rev rate being big. That being said, Walter was a player of the year in the 80s. Now, he did hook it a lot more in the 80s than people think. He actually
Yeah.
hooked it a lot. He worked on it. And then reactive came, and it seemed to balance out the field. And then you had much straighter players being successful for the first time ever, and player of the years. And so, yeah, I mean, it's just it's interesting. The clamor back for old times sometimes is very overrated. And the rose colored glass 30, 40, 50 years ago. Ironically, maybe reactive made it fair in some respects.
It opened up to more styles of having success, right?
Yeah.
Now you have a straight player that can hook it just as much as someone with a high rev rate if they choose the right ball at the right time.
And the caveat is that depending on whether there's a hook spot on the lane. Because if there's no hook spot, it doesn't matter.
If there isn't,
that's largely what we bowl on now.
Yeah,
we don't have a hook spot, so the straight guys don't have a place to go around it. And the more urethane that choose.
No, we have hook spot. We have a hook spot. It's in the first 3 feet, though.
Jesus.
God.
Yeah, let's lighten this up. Linda was on point Tuesday, calling Hank the smartest one in the room. Who's the smartest in this one?
Definitely Chris. Not close. I'm
It's
left-handed.
It's relative
I disagree.
to what we're talking about. If it's social media, then it's Packy. If it's delusional LeBron takes, then it's Ryan.
There we go.
Moving on.
Sprinkle, Ryan. Sprinkle.
I'm only 2 months into bowling seriously. As a two-hander, would you recommend building the overall approach by individual comfort or replicate pros? It's a good question. Thanks for the super chat.
It's a great question.
Thank you. Sprinkle. A little bit of everything. A little bit of your own. A little bit of you. A little bit of Simo. A little bit of Belmo. A little bit of you.
Well, I think you guys took two very different paths. You came here one way, and then you were pretty far down a path, and then you refined back out, which is a lot kind of how I did. Took some not great habits and then kind of blended it out into something that was better. Where Ryan basically started as in his adult body and watched film like he did in basketball, and just I'll let you talk about your own paths there. Again, I'll knock it down so you can. What do you think, Pat?
Yeah, just mix, like, all of our bodies move differently. We all have different limitations. I have limitations that Ryan doesn't have, and he has limitations that I don't have, just like physically what feels comfortable. So it's got to be replicating some pros, but I wouldn't say I need to throw it like Belmo. It's I need to take this aspect of his game or this aspect of Troop's game and this aspect of Simo, and I like how hard Ryan throws it because of this, and maybe blending that into what feels comfortable for you is probably your best way, especially 2 months in. Just go and bowl and see what feels comfortable and then fix it.
So real quick, so you're 6'4", Simo's 5'6".
Yeah.
Do you got how much of the same thing can you guys both do? Is height matter enough that you need to change what you do?
I would say not really. I would say tall people tend to get into more of a habit of bending at the waist instead of bending at the knees. But I can do what he does. It just, would be from a bigger frame probably.
Well, and Simo has more forward body tilt than most.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's where I would say just like, try it all out and see what feels comfortable. But 2 months in, I would just try and get it to a place where you can kind of replicate what you're doing and then add pieces of games that, you think you need to get better at.
Yeah, I watched a lot of slow motion video of the top guys like Belmo and Simo and Troop and Vi. And I really, I took bits of their game. I really liked Simo's like footwork and that kind of thing, and like his body tilt. And then, I liked Belmo's steps at first for a while. I really tried to imitate Belmo's steps. And then I actually ended up going back towards Dad's steps because same spot and repeats. And then, I just took a lot of video of myself and then broke it down and then went back in and looked at it, and then slowly over time it turned into my own thing with a little combination of everybody. But yeah,
I'll throw a name out there for you. I way back when I was starting, YouTube, all that stuff was not as popular, so it was really hard to get your hands on some slow-mos. They had one of Belmo, and USBC had one of Cassidy Shop. So those were like the two that I was even able to watch, but I watched so many one-handers and just picked apart games. Like, I loved the way Anthony Pepe threw the ball because he was so stable. So I was like, how do I get that stability in a two-handed approach?
Right.
Figure that, like, his head doesn't move. How can I get my head to not move? How can I not pop up at the line?
And Cassidy is a guy that's kind of fits. He came out on tour like one little super brief window, and it was the first World Series in Detroit, and they were brutal on both sides, but particularly on the left. And he just wasn't ready yet. He was young and two-handed and smooth. I mean, hit the Derek O.
Threw it super hard, but he had
left, and
he had one-handed footwork.
He's one of the best bowlers that guys don't know, and it's an example of bowling on tour is no joke.
And the timing of it all, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you get blessed with good timing, and sometimes you get hit with some bad timing. Sounds like for him, it was bad timing.
Yeah, he came out at the wrong time, and then just things.
Yeah.
And he decided not to stick it out because he's a smart guy, and he had other options. There was another question I wanted to. I missed.
Was it the super chat?
No, I got all those.
There's a new one.
Here we go. Predictions for 2026 Rookie of the Year.
Bet we all got the same answer.
do we?
Let's hear it. What do you got?
No, Pack you first.
I got Brandon Bonta.
Yeah, could definitely see that.
I also don't know who else is coming out. Spencer, right?
Spencer, Julian Salinas, CJ Petrin.
There's too many good ones. I retract my answer. D, all of the above. They're going to share.
It's an actual dogfight this year. It's not a three man.
Yeah, Spencer, Brandon, CJ, Julian that we know about.
And there's more, obviously.
That doesn't count.
Bryce Oliver, I don't think is coming out until next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I see his name a lot. I haven't watched him bowl very much.
I think he led the nation in average this year.
But yeah, college-wise, you see his name nonstop.
Yeah.
Brett Lloyd, maybe. I really don't know who's coming out, but I'm just trying to throw.
He is of the age, I believe, to get out.
Yeah.
What about some of those Weber kids? Any more of those Weber kids?
Bostic is available. Grammar.
Yeah.
Should be out. Brandon Bones next year. Justin's next year.
That'll be the same year, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all that I know. I can.
Joe coaches a lot down by us. Simon not speak for him. Yeah, but I would say he uses the forward spine tilt to move his leverage point further forward. I think it's way more simple than that. I think he bowled as much as any human on earth at 13 years old when he was tiny.
And then that was how it worked.
And then he got good. And
that's how he was able to throw it hard enough to keep it on the lane and bang.
Yeah. And then it's a lot like the Pete thing. Like Pete has a lot of spine tilt and a lot of things. And, you can imagine because he weighs 150 pounds as an adult. As a 13-year-old kid, he had to weigh about 92.
Yeah.
And was probably trying to throw 15, 16-pound balls then. And, so Wesley has a ton of motion and threw it really hard for a kid who was 4'7" forever.
Yeah. 105 pounds soaking wet.
And looked like a tour level player, with ball roll and everything else. And so, and then you grow up and then you carry some of those things over. But now this might be the end result. It does move his leverage point to a different spot. And he's more unique than most of which Ryan and I talked about, like, how much can you copy of that when how much can you copy of Pete? How much can you copy of Walter?
They're
You
the
know?
only ones that do it like that.
It's hard
Right.
to copy people's feel for the game. I feel
Like
like I
you
don't know.
got Vi
But-
who throws it, pretty. I would almost say like conventional two-handed,
Robotic.
Yeah. More upright, more stable. Where Simo kind of throws everything he's got at the ball and like just finds a way to like feel it the right way to get it to do the magic thing every time.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're seeing more and more too of one-handers that basically, if you look from the back, you would say bowl, or two-handers that bowl like one-handers. Very, very straight footwork. They drift to clear the hip, but they don't have the Jesper or Belmo scam step. Especially the Belmo scam step where
Huge
separates
step to the right and back to the left. Or whatever it is.
the 8 or 10 board left with your third step and the 5 step to clear the hip and the swing.
Goes 5 back to the right on the slide.
And then slide back into it at the end, because you can't create a loop very easily with two hands on
footwork.
And so you do it with footwork. So, wow. Okay. How will you get over a sophomore? Well, I don't know. Get over a sophomore slump that seems to happen sometimes.
You just gonna keep working. I hope it goes as good as it went last year or better, but I'm fully expecting whatever. I'm just gonna bowl my game.
I think a lot of times what happens is people bowl really well and then don't practice as much. But if you know Ryan, that's not in the vocabulary.
Well, I think what happens also is, at major league levels and that, people get tape on you and they get to play defense. At the bowling level, you have differences in patterns. But maybe one of the biggest things that changes early is when you're a rookie, the expectations are at a different place. And then you play well, and then it's not about what other people expect, it's what you expect of yourself. And then how you deal with those expectations. It's one thing to it's super hard to become one of the top players.
Thanks for putting that in my head. Yeah, appreciate it.
But it's a different thing. The thing is, your expectations were already high. And so
Yeah.
But like for EJ, he chased Belmo. Then he had to deal with, hey, wait, I might be as good as Belmo. Now I'm better than Belmo. Now, maybe the thing's his mindset. Maybe it doesn't enter it at all, but he's been able to stay there, which is one of the hardest things to do, in my opinion.
Carter Street, by the way, the next comment, Carter Street is not eligible. He's still in college.
Yeah, he's won't be out till next year.
He might bowl a tournament or two like the Masters, but he's not yet.
Nick Verano, do you think he has a shot now that he won a Storm contract against Stu?
You got to be from the Northeast. I don't know if he's going on tour. Yeah.
What was the tease you posted? It was actually PBA's post, and they just blacked out or blurred out. I believe it was CW's pick for the play-by-play, but I don't really know. But if you'd like to message the PBA and put in your opinions, even if
yeah. I wouldn't use the PBA Hall of Famer who likes talking about bowling to talk about bowling and promote bowling. That wouldn't make sense. Anyways, next.
Ryan has some pretty.
Would the RST Hyperdrive Solid be good on a 44-foot house shot? Yes. As a one-hander for sure. I mean, the problem is sometimes it can get a little early. So if your surface is bad or your speed's a little low, maybe just put a touch of polish on it, and then I think that ball digs really well in oil and on those longer patterns. That's what I used it for a lot.
So there's a lot of variables there he left out.
There is a ton. It's hard. But
how do you throw it?
Too early, then yes. But I think it's the most angular of the really big balls that Utah has. Do you see the next evolution of bowling being a hybrid, one-hand, two-handed, who can also roll backup? you think anybody will do that?
I think the next evolution of bowler is a one-handed righty for 7 pins and a two-handed lefty for strike shots.
Elite.
That was the craziest thing I've ever seen at the World Championships this year.
Yeah.
Had a purple hammer drilled one-handed righty and hooked the entire lane with about a 500 rev rate one-handed righty, and then was the anchor for the French team.
I saw the guy throw it. I
Bowling
saw him
two-handed
throw
lefty.
shots. I didn't realize the one-handed thing. Righty.
Yeah,
thing.
the one-handed righty thing was a 500 rev rate one-handed righty.
Yeah, that's how he originally bowled, and then 6 years ago he picked up two-handed lefty.
Never seen anything like it. Wild. Wore sneakers on both shoes. That way he could throw it either way.
Yep.
Wow.
Crazy.
All right. Well, there you
Goodness.
go. Who are you bowling with at Holiday Doubles? And are you going to stream?
I won't stream, but they will have a stream there. I believe Inside Bowling streams it.
Okay.
I might make a video, but it'll be posted later. I bowl with Cameron Doyle every year. This is home center. He bowls there most of the time. So
Is the next evolution going to be Tim Cagle style?
hard to teach that.
No.
If someone can repeat his game, then
Good for you.
Yeah, I don't think it allows you to be versatile enough what he does to be what these guys are talking about.
Tim is an
Right-handed.
animal, though. Don't sleep on Tim.
No, I've seen him. He's successful, but they tend to be the same, similar type things. You're talking about being able to throw it right-handed and keep up with you guys, and then throw it back up and be able to keep up with you guys. You know, with the other side, I that's a whole nother level of. Yeah. Took one of the open spots, couldn't find a solid partner for the Holiday Doubles.
I heard Chris is looking for a partner.
I think he was looking for a solid partner. So. I think we hear this a lot, and David's a regular guy on our show, so I think he'd like to hear from you guys versus us. How bad is having negative axis tilt as a two-hander?
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think it makes ball motion a little more responsive, I guess is how I would go with it. A little more quick. Whereas with more tilt, it tends to blend more, I think. I don't know if that's wrong. It depends on rotation, obviously. But I don't think it's a bad thing. I struck a lot when I had negative tilt when I first started bowling. And then as I got my tilt up, my ball motion got better. So, yeah.
I think negative axis tilt, like you said, makes the ball motion a little quicker, and then it makes you strike more, but it also makes you split more.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I think it's, when you have it, it's almost like nobody can beat you, but you might not have it as much as guys who can create that nice smooth ball roll all the time. If you look at the best guys in the world, none of them have negative axis tilt. I'm not talking like the group from 10 to 50. I'm talking about the guys who are in the top 5 every year. The Vi, Simo, Troop, Belmo. Jesper. Left-handed is a little different. He doesn't have a lot of success throwing the reactive balls.
No. His is way down.
You know what he does do? He strikes a ton.
He strikes.
And he throws a ball that doesn't let him split.
Yeah. I mean, that's the other end of it. You find layouts and balls that don't let you do it. But if you're looking to try and improve your game, I would say, try and find a way to get that tilt a little bit more neutral. It doesn't have to be 0. It just can't be way negative.
Yeah, and I've said it on here before from the cheap seats and watching Ryan go through his evolution. But when your elbow and your hand get on the outside of it, you backload it, and that's how you get that full roller / it doesn't turn into a full roller with two-handed, but you get that inverted track, and then as your elbow and your arm and forearm get underneath and go through it, that's when that track moves to a more traditional. Like you guys said, I think one of the biggest issues with negative axis tilt is it locks you in drilling wise to a much smaller grouping of drillings that you can
definitely
use.
a smaller window. Yeah.
Yeah, and so everything has to be tall because you're just going to clobber the holes if you don't.
Lump those fingers.
Or just have a second hit it for a little while
Yeah,
anyway, and you're just going to throw
yeah.
balls that don't flare no matter what. So
Thumps it every time, so just whatever.
yeah, it's not going to go sideways and go right through the middle of the fingers because it never flares that much. But you guys get asked a lot. Is it hard to say no to a bowler wanting to bowl doubles with you?
Usually, you just, I mean, at least for me, usually I just have partners so far out ahead of time.
Super hard to say no, especially when Dad's asking.
And they know it's just
it's just a whole situation. I can't.
a whole situation.
Let's not get into that right now. He's already done me for Stu for a tournament, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, is that how it works?
He said I didn't get gold, so demoted.
How did Andrew Anderson tie Ethan Fiore for? I don't know that happened.
That's not a real thing.
No, I don't think that's how it works.
in my eyes, it was clearly Andrew.
Yeah. I mean, and Ethan had a fantastic season, but he was
Bowled awesome, won the players.
Yeah, he's 9th or 10th in points overall and all that. It wasn't really that close, but the people just vote. So, the PBA 50 PBA doubles, Ryan, 2029.
You guys pull the over under in Houston?
I think
2029.
that must be when Fancy Pants turns 50. I guess assuming I'm going to be out of the picture by then, or that you're living on your own, so you can say no.
I get you so. You hope so, right? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't mind. Just depends on what kind of rent you're paying. Okay, we'll wrap this up. We're actually over an hour already. So, do you guys think, especially Ryan, that college bowling is a field test for PBA Tour? For example, the urethane ban on nationals.
Different people, different rules.
Field test, USBC and PBA are not the same governing body, so.
Yeah,
I don't think they want to be.
Yeah.
It's Steve Sherman. Yeah, that now Fancy Pants makes way more sense. I got it. You never know what name shows up on YouTube with different people. So, just okay. Take the urethane part out. How close do you think collegiate bowling prepare you for tour?
It depends what level you're at, what level you're seeing the game at, and what your college coaches let you do. I think it certainly can be if you use it correctly.
Even when Stu's not here, it still happens.
It depends.
I mean, I think it's a decent test. If you go up there and look at the guys with the high averages in college bowling, usually they do better at tournaments like the Masters than the guys that don't.
Yeah. There's almost always a direct correlation of who bowls well bowls well next level.
And our resident psychology major chipping in. College is so much more about team, and tour is definitely individual.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tour can be a team type environment if you room with the right type of guys. It is on you. It is on you for scoring during your block, but if you hang out with the right type of guys, they'll come and watch you, help you when they miss a cut and you don't, or vice versa when they're bowling a match play and you're sitting behind them trying to help them out. So with the right group, it can definitely become more team oriented, but for sure it's all on you at the end of the day.
One of the most underrated parts of tour.
Who you hang out with.
Your environment makes a huge difference. So, yeah. Learning to overcome obstacles, dealing with personalities, dealing with travel and schedules, and, like Ryan, right now, the international thing, you get the hurry up and wait in team environments a lot.
Yeah.
And so, dealing with adversity. Lane play obviously happens at a massive rate in the college thing with team events, which does prepare you a little bit for what's coming at you on tour to a certain extent. But the average rev rate on tour is just higher than everywhere else. Although it's changed quickly.
More two-handers is more high rev rate everywhere.
Correct. I think we're probably going to start seeing defined friction spots to the right and left on the lane pretty soon, so that the oil will stay on the lane, especially as urethane starts being taken out of the USBC events. You're going to have to, so that there's oil on the lane. You'll see manufacturers start to make balls again that don't have the latest greatest cover even on the smallest cores, because you're going to need balls that don't hook.
I think it's a lot what some of the guys have done with like these new 2.0, the new blue hammer, the level, these microcell polymer balls. Like they're just looking for balls that make the urethane type shape that don't hook too much, but still.
Yeah, and they might be all right without urethane. They might actually be way more useful.
That's where I was thinking like, hey, these balls fit, especially those tournaments where the college nationals, the other types of tournaments where there are no balls that are urethane going down the lane.
Yeah, because the carry down is kind of what makes them not great.
Yeah.
Like most balls, not great.
Yeah, I mean, they really affect every ball, which is why it's been such a polarizing issue.
Absolutely.
Because of the effect they have. Why not reactive at 84? You don't even have to go nearly that hard. I mean, we found out that 4 to 5 points is a pretty massive difference.
Yeah.
And in some cases, 1 to 2 points seems to make a massive difference in reaction.
There's so many things that could change that could help. But
yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see. I think the Masters will be the first, because the U.S. Open is just hard. And so I don't expect a lot of huge pattern changes per se, just because USB took urethane out. But the Masters, where you have one pattern and multiple blocks on it, I think that's the one where you'll see something interesting.
How do you think the scores are going to be on the 37-foot flat pattern that's out every year
at the U.S. Open?
Yeah.
Well, they're already miserable.
Do you think it's going to be more miserable?
I think there's some two-handers that have relied on a ball to. We watched you bowl without one for 4 years. I'm not hearing that.
Ryan's like.
I'm talking about some guys that really, and one-handers too, that have really just relied on one ball to control shape, and don't really have another option to do it, because the average rev rate, one-handed or two-handed, is monstrous now.
Yeah.
There are no Dukes or Walter Rays or guys that control.
We still have CBs though.
Well, I mean, even the one thing I have to do is actually brush up on the skill, because we just don't use it.
He's back.
Well, we'll see. It's been in hiding for about 8 years now. So, I think they'll be miserable. 37 feet flat is always hard. It's going to be even harder,
especially at Woodland.
Yeah. Cove, here we come.
Exponent.
There you go.
Tour Dynamics, or was that ball actually?
Tour Dynamics, great call.
Yeah, it's a stronger cover.
Hustle X-Ray.
Yeah.
Melee Cross. That ball was
Arctic Vibe.
Ronnie said to crack 500 revs on Monday night and live to tell the tale. I think he was on some crack. I don't know. My ball hasn't seen 500. Well, I guess at the back end of the lane, and maybe it gets up to that. Once it gets him to roll, it gets going forward.
He must have done something cool if it was.
I don't know what he's talking about. I think
he threw that one shot two-handed.
I had one scout. We were on 31-2. It was just a
log,
a visual anomaly. So, yeah. Well, Ryan, thanks for joining us from Taiwan. It is now 1:15 in the morning. I don't know what time your flight is tomorrow, but
I'll be out of the hotel at 7:30. Thanks.
Oh, you got 6 hours of sleep on the plane though, so
Yeah. It'll be okay.
All right. Oh, okay. Pac, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was a blast.
Once again, tell people where to find you.
Yeah, the house bowling everywhere. Packy Hanrahan or something like that on Instagram. I don't even know.
Packy 2435 or something.
Packy 425. It's my birthday. Yeah.
So the house bowling on YouTube is where you'd like.
House bowling YouTube. Just type in Packy on Instagram, and I should pop up if you're a bowler. So, yeah, that's where you can find me. You can find Ryan at Linda's Son on YouTube and Instagram. That'd be great.
Barnzy Bowling is where you find his videos. Beef and Barnzy is where you find ours. The house bowling is where you find Packy's, and he's got some great content.
We'll have some great content on Monday with the whole crew. Monday, 4 p.m.
I think it's great.
Should be a blast. It was a blast. It should be great for you guys to watch.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Hey, in between now and next Tuesday, and we'll talk a little bit about the holiday doubles and maybe whatever else is happening in, say, Korea. Please support the sponsors, support us. Storm, Roto Grip, Niner Global, Cool Wick, Bowler Park, Firelight Bowling Center, Lightning Strikes, and of course, Platinum 4. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. God bless. Thanks, guys.